like, okay, this, Alice and are having this conversation. Yeah, okay, I saw this coming a mile away. And then another person comes out and was like, get out of here! Nobody asked for you! You weren't even a part of this! You just showed up because you had nothing else to do! And another character comes up, I'm like, where did you come from?
We're kind of on stream right now.
Yeah, we're
Jason.
guys, we're live. We're live.
Jason.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jason.
So, hi guys. Yeah, a lot of last-minute tech issues, kind of all at once. That was not fun. So I think I got them all fixed up. So I think we're ready to start this thing.
Alright.
So.
Alright.
It's been about 3 weeks, but last time on the Great Ace Attorney, we were able to defend ourselves into court, but the person that actually committed the murder got away scot-free because of really dumb British laws and stuff like that.
Yes.
So, let us continue on to chapter 2.
Yeah, episode 2.
But specifically, international law.
International law, yeah.
If it would let me go. Hold on.
Oh no.
I think we gotta relaunch the,
Did you even update Citra?
No, I didn't update Citra at all. Hold on.
I always get frequent updates every single time I open that damn thing. It takes like a second.
No, do not install update. Because I feel like that will mess with things even further. There we go. Alright. And, no, you guys.
Yeah, screen share. Alright.
Alright. Okay, so continuing on.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's do this. Just begin
Yeah.
episode 2.
Yeah. It's been
Alright,
about...
everyone quiet down. Cutscene.
狭い部屋の片隅、深い闇の中でホームズと私は息を潜めて待っていた。やがて通気口からシューシューと低くうなるような音が聞こえてきた。その瞬間、突然ホームズが飛び出して闇の一点をステッキで鋭く打ち据えた。見たかワトソン、ホームズの張り詰めた声が空気を震わす。私がランプの遮光板を上げると部屋の情景がぼんやり浮かび上がった。ホームズは部屋の隅を睨みつけて私に向かってつぶやくように言った。被害者が死の間際に言い残したまだらの紐という謎の言葉、その恐ろしい正体こそがこいつだったのだよ、ワトソン。そこには巨大な毒蛇が牙をむき威嚇するようにトグロを巻いていた。それは世にも恐ろしいまだらの紐だった。
I never noticed that type up before.
Yeah, anyways. No, the cutscene, don't bother voicing it. Trust me.
それでは謎解きを始めるとしようか。この奇怪なる殺人事件、その真相をね。失礼。犯行時、扉は内側から缶抜きがかかっていた。缶抜きに細工された痕跡はない。犯行の際、この現場は完全な密室状態だったわけだ。被害者は死の間際にメッセージを残したようだ。ここに落ちているインクを使って書いたと考えられる。ロシア語。どうやら被害者はロシア人ということか。文字に全く乱れは感じられない。被害者は相当意志が強かったのだろう。見たことのない妙な文字だな。筆跡はこのメッセージとは明らかに違う。いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。札を貼ったのは犯行時間の直前、被害者自身だったようだな。ほう、 これはこれは。
一体貴様は何なんだ。好き勝手しやがって。
そうです。海洋警察が到着するまで現場に手を触れず待つべきだ。
その必要はない。どうやら今から5秒以内に諸君を犯人に紹介できそうだ。
バカを言うな。殺人現場だぞ。しかも奇怪な密室殺人だ。
それでは密室の謎、その封印を解くとしましょうか。
まさかその中に犯人が。
一体君は何者なのだ。僕は大英帝国が誇る世界の名探偵なのです。シャーロック・ホームズ。もしかして知らないとか。
I love that cutscene.
The boy.
I love it.
He has come. The British Chad.
My head is pounding. What's going on? The room seems strangely noisy. Huh? Can't move. God damn it! What is this? Aren't these handcuffs?
So you're finally awake. Even after it finally dragged you out from that wardrobe, you still refuse to wake up. You've got some damn guts.
Oh. Yes, I got caught after all.
That's right. Looks like you understand the situation, you damned criminal.
Not even 5 minutes into the next case.
All this time, no one suspect that scum like you could have been hiding in that tiny wardrobe.
Sorry.
At this point, it'd be best to just come clean and confess your sins. Unless you're ready to be cast out into the sea through that porthole.
Alright, I'll tell you everything.
Then please answer one question for me.
I recognize that voice.
Why in heavens did you take his life?
Susato? Hold on a second. What do you mean, took his life? Where is he? Where's the Sogi?
There's a limit to how much you can feign ignorance. You murdered him with your own hands. You can't fool us!
Huh?
Kazuma. His corpse was just discovered a short time ago.
I knew he was gonna die. I absolutely knew it!
See, Patrick, I was so caught off guard.
Ace Attorney likes to keep to its tropes, okay?
It's like when it happened, I was talking to ED about this. I was like, you know, when it happened, I should have seen this coming, but I was caught off guard anyway.
Yeah. So we want to do that?
He was found inside this cabinet with the latch such on the inside.
Asogi's
Asogi's
corpse?
Alright.
Oh no. Don't start giving those stupid excuses like, I'm still drowsy so I forgot.
Asogi is dead? That can't be. Then these handcuffs are...
I shall ask you once more. Why? Why did you take Kazuma's life? Please, answer me at once!
Ah!
Pain.
Sogi. Half a month ago. Should we really be doing something like this extreme?
You're being smuggled into an international exchange student's cabin. Quite the thrill, don't you think?
And that Russian sailor brought your carry-on luggage here. I swear I was gonna die. He just threw me onto the floor with all the strength he had. Well, not me per se, but the truck I was stuffed in.
Nevertheless, it's surprising. I never expected that you would really fit into that trunk so snugly. You're so much more compact than you appear.
Shut up, I seriously thought my spine was gonna snap.
There are 50 days until we disembark on the shores of the Great British Empire. It'll be fine. You won't be found so long as you keep yourself in this cabin.
These sailors definitely ripped my head off if they found me.
That's true. All the Russian sailors here are incredibly brawny.
That aside, why are you keeping this a secret from your legal assistant?
Legal assistant Mikotoba, you mean?
That girl is on your side, isn't she? An introduction wouldn't hurt. I highly doubt you rip off my head, at least.
If she were to find out about you, then she would become an accomplice to us. It'd be better for the secret to be kept between the two of us.
Say so.
Now then. It's almost time for the next sailor to take his cleaning patrol. It might be cramped, but go hide in there. Compared to squeezing yourself into that trunk, this should be a breeze.
Jeez, if that sailor randomly decides to open the door, it's all over, you know.
Come on, it'll be fine. If you're so worried, why not write "Do not open" on that piece of paper over there? I'll place it firmly on the wardrobe door there for you.
Okay, so, was this only like a day or two after they got on the boat, or after the full 50 days? Cause
read the text. Wait, what happened? Say it again.
What? Did this murder happen like a day or two into the thing, or like after the 50 days, like thing?
No, look, it says there since then it's been half a month. Right here, there,
Pat. Yeah. Well, never thought something like this would happen en route to the British Empire.
In any case, we'll drop you off at the next port. Until then, don't you dare try anything funny. You damn murderer!
Murderer? Please, hold on a second!
Didn't I tell you already? Confess your crime.
That's not what I'm referring to! It's true I was smuggled onto this ship, but I could never kill someone!
You're the only possible culprit. Just give up and accept your punishment.
Susato. Please, hear me out. Let me tell you what happened.
Very well. There's something I need to ask you about as well.
Susato's eyes are burning so fiercely. I get the feeling that I won't be waking up from this nightmare. Anyway, I should listen to what she has to say. So it's really true? He was murdered? These handcuffs are because I've been accused. Accused of suspicion of murdering Asogi.
When Cosmo was first discovered, this room was completely locked from the inside.
From the inside?
It would have been impossible to enter the cabinet. The door was latched from the inside. In other words, even if the culprit could have gained entry, they could have not escaped.
What?
It follows that the killer was inside the cabinet. It's the only conclusion that makes sense.
I'm seeing a port up there in the top left. I'm already getting suspicious of that.
Yeah.
Put the fuck in the fit through there.
Would you like to raise any objections?
Yes! The air duct in the top left!
I have 5!
So how on earth did he die?
You just committed the crime this morning, and yet you attempt to feign innocence.
Please tell me, I'm begging you!
The cause of death is not yet clear.
So you don't know exactly how he died?
The ship's doctor is investigating, but he isn't adequate to train to perform autopsies.
Makes sense.
Specific details may have to wait until we reach the next port.
But that means the body has no obviously fatal injuries, right?
Yes, that's correct.
What exactly happened here? Why was Asogi's life taken from him?
I am sure that you know the answer to that.
Huh?
After all, you were here the entire time.
You're right, of course, but...
He would always be up before dawn, ready to greet the morning with his daily training. And I would always be waiting for him outside his cabin. However, the usual routine didn't happen today. He never came out of his room.
That time, Sogi was already...
I tried knocking the door, but there was no response. I was worried, so I decided to call for the sailor's help. The door's bolt was no match for the strength of several grown men. It broke open. And when we rushed into the cabinet, we found Kazuma lying on the floor.
His body must have been lying where the outline tape is right now. I was in the cabin, but oblivious to everything that happened, so I must have been asleep inside the wardrobe the whole time.
Allow me to make my stance very clear. I don't believe that sounds plausible.
You think I want to believe in what happened?
Alright, I told you everything I know. Now it's your turn to speak.
Okay, I understand. Back of my head is starting to throb again.
To start with, why are you even on board this steamship in the first place? I'm certain I heard something about a stowaway earlier.
Yes, well, that sounds about right. It's been half a month since we left Japan. I've been hiding in the cabin the entire time.
I wasn't aware. So you sneaked behind Kazuma's back and hid yourself inside this cabinet?
No, it's impossible for me to pull off something like that.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Sogi was actually the one who asked me to come along. He wanted us to travel to the Great British Empire together.
Kazuma asked you to do that. Can I ask you what his reason was?
That's something even I'm not sure of.
Even you aren't sure.
Hey, Asogi, tell me why already. Why are you going this far just to take me along to the Great British Empire?
I've been thinking about it for a while now, ever since the end of that trial. I know you heard me when I said it to you then. You're meant to be an attorney.
Yeah, I remember, but you weren't really being serious, were you?
You've got the talent, I guarantee it.
Well, I don't plan on being an attorney, whether you think I'd be any good at it or not.
Well, that's something you have to decide for yourself. London is the vanguard of the modern world. It is a bustling metropolis of culture. There's no harm in saying that word for yourself, is there?
Of course not. That goes without much saying.
Truth be told, I also have a selfish reason for going through with this. If you're to become an attorney, then someday...
Someday what?
Never mind. It's nothing.
There was a certain subject that Kazuma often spoke about to me. I want to change Japan's judicial system, he would say. Perhaps he wants to carry out the mission with you at his side.
Yes, that might be possible. I'm very curious as to what his true motivations were. While we were talking about that, his eyes, they seemed dark in a way I'd seen before.
I've never seen before.
I'm really sorry that I didn't tell you about the stowaway situation.
Well, this is Kazuma we're talking about, I'm sure. He didn't want me to have anything to do with it, instead of being an accessory to crime.
You're absolutely right. Just as we both expect from Sogi.
If you really aren't the culprit, then allow me to ask you a question. What happened in the cabin that last night?
Things? I don't...
Naruhodō?
I don't really remember.
But you see, it all started when I grabbed this sword.
Last night, Sogi brought me his meal to his cabin as per usual. And after that, I climbed into the wardrobe for the night, as usual. then
I assume you fell asleep.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that while someone murdered Kazuma, you were sound asleep?
Yes. That's how I remember it. Look, I know how suspicious it sounds, but I swear it's the truth. When I finally did wake
You forgot to also add the worst.
When I finally did wake up, I found myself in these handcuffs. And on top of that, for some reason, my head has been throbbing.
Huh?
Something the matter?
No. Everything is fine.
Anyway, you have to believe me, I'm not the real culprit.
Trust me, it's not as if I don't want to believe you. But I can't think of anything, I can't think of any other way that this crime could have been committed.
Sogi, why do you have to die like this? To do something.
Do not move a muscle! As the culprit, you are forbidden to leave the scene of your crime.
I'm not going to accept that. Sogi was murdered, and if I wasn't able to do a thing to help him, do you honestly think that I could just sit here and do nothing?
And just what exactly do you tend to do?
I'll investigate his death from the start to finish as thoroughly as I can. I'll investigate who killed him. I'll investigate how and why they killed him. So please, excuse me. What the hell? Did she just judo throw me? What?
Get wrecked!
What in the world?
She talked to you.
That was the scissor toss.
Okay, already I've been, once again, impressed by DGS, like, graphic-wise and, like, differences from, yeah, the presentation and stuff like that, yeah. I don't think I've heard of this move.
In that case, prove it to me.
Prove what?
If you are truly innocent, then show me your evidence.
But how can I do that?
Have you already forgotten? Not long ago, you were acting as your own defense on trial.
Oh, so that's it. You need to present that again. Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Need to show some evidence. Alright,
Also, I recommend inspecting the badge real quick.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, wrong gun.
Details. Like, specifically on the back.
Student ID number is engraved into the back of this badge. If you ever lose it, you can't be recognized as a university student. But they probably just give you another one and tell them your ID number. I lost this badge twice and I couldn't remember my ID either time. I tell myself you need to write this down somewhere, but I always forget. So,
man.
106000. Okay. Is that?
How's that hard to remember?
Yeah.
Naruhodō.
Just present your thing.
To be fair, it's a mood. We hope you won't
When
be
you
there.
discovered me earlier, did you find this stuck on the wardrobe over there by any chance?
While still on the ground.
Yes, I do recall something like that.
See, whenever I went to sleep, Asogi would always paste this on for me. That meant to keep sailors from opening the wardrobe. And of course, last night was no different.
Oh! Now that you mention it, just before we found you, you pulled off that very seal as you speak of.
If I was the criminal, then in order to enact my crime, I would have torn off this seal and exited the wardrobe.
Indeed. There would be no other way.
In other words, it would be impossible for me to be Asogi's murderer.
Even when you're down on your back, I can see why Cosmo thought so highly of you.
Susada. If it's alright with you, would you kindly help me up then?
It hurts!
Please, I think you broke my entire back.
I did, it was fine!
Very well. In light of this new information, I will allow you to investigate the scene as you wish.
Thank you very much. Have I cleared my name then?
No.
What?
Not yet. It's still possible that you use some sort of strange sorcery to reattach that seal.
Otto, what kind of person do you think I am?
A magic person. One with mystical powers.
Okay, we shelved that, but alright.
Okay, yeah. Basic investigation dialogue, yeah.
Yeah.
Please, yeah.
Wait, is this?
Go search
Yeah,
stuff.
just like Danganronpa, if it's regular kind of investigation stuff, then we won't voice that just for the sake of time, so we can move along.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This literally reminds me of like the whole. It's like, how did he tie the bag from the inside?
Yeah. Basically.
Alright, okay, you have to talk about all that. 7!
Alright, Chad, how we feeling?
I had a feeling Asogi would die, pretty early on, just because the same thing happened with, Mia.
I might have an idea, but it's way too early to even say anything.
Again, early prediction so far is that I see that air event, they probably went through that.
I mean, from what I can tell, it seems a bit too small for any human.
Yeah, it hasn't stopped them before.
Granted, the investigations are as long and short as the game.
As they want to be.
As they want to be. So there is.
It changes throughout the series if they're really short or really long.
Yeah, it depends on how they want to tell their story.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, you can also do like side-to-side thing.
Turn your head left to right, Naruhodō.
Yeah.
Alright,
You know.
That's pretty common for most scenes.
My idea would, like, I know they already did something like encasement, but my idea would probably be something like poison, because I would guess like Naruhodō would have to share food with Asogi.
yeah.
I'm still sad that Sugi's dead, but I do have a 10% discount for days.
Damn.
Because I get JoJo a membership card.
Membership.
Yeah, because now JoJo is part of the Asogi's death.
This
We have membership
this
cards.
is a fun one.
No, it's not the one. Oh, never mind. This one. The plate.
That, yeah.
The plate.
Gotta look for the
voiced this one
examine
'cause-
button down on the bottom right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Incidentally, did you happen to eat your meal on the floor?
I'm not a pet dog, you know, and I hate my chicken at the table like an actual human. What the? When did that chicken bone fall on the floor?
Oh, but doesn't Kazuma hate chicken? I seem to remember as
He
much.
despised it. In fact, he vehemently refused to even touch it last night.
chicken.
I hate chicken and everything it stands
Being a
for.
hunky soul, I ate every last bite of it.
So Cosmo,
Hello.
when it comes to chicken, do you prefer
Stop.
fried
Dead.
steak?
Nothing.
So, Kazuma has likely been vanished during his final night on Earth, just before he perished. How immensely pitiful.
Suddenly have a stomachache, stab after stabbing you of sheer raw guilt.
Damn.
You know, it must be the chicken.
This man refused to eat his chicken nuggies.
Yeah.
You also took a nugget, so now he'll slap the box out of your hand. We're just looking and say, demon!
Out of this house! Out of this boat!
Out of my life!
I'm just gonna lower volume just a little bit more.
look at this bell.
No, Brandon, not that Kazuma.
Yeah, this is the Konosuba one.
Can't tell it's trying to...
It's Russian. Systems are down and shit.
Yeah, it's boom rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, but why would there be a triangle?
Sorry, I just can't read this message. No, literally, I cannot read this message.
Urban, I should say it's boom rooms.
Why are you Russian?
Okay, I need to complete this essay before morning. Sophie!
You guys memeing it up?
I opened up Twitter, I saw what it was.
Oh yeah, I saw that meme.
Look, I gotta do it when I'm not voicing, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that was during the Nico LP. I saw that one.
That's also a good one.
Yeah. Which one are you?
I just happened to cross my mind for a second. No offense.
Jason.
With the boys and Sophie returned to DGS.
Alright.
Oh no. Jason, please stop looking at Twitter, otherwise you're going to...
let's go. Man.
How do you breathe in that? That's what I want to know.
You put holes in it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you can use that thing.
Oh, okay, the table.
Yeah,
Oh, we can voice this one. This one's fun. Cosmo must have spent last night reading and writing at this very desk.
Some travel novel. Left incomplete before you can make it there.
Apparently, the last sentence on the final page was left unfinished.
Does this mean the incident occurred while he was in the middle of writing his entry? Let's read it. It might contain a clue. Two!
Damn it.
You mustn't do that! Even if the owner is lost to us, you can't just read someone else's journal. It's improper.
For all we know, there might be something important written in there. Alright, fine, I won't read it.
Susano, this is an investigation!
Cosmo.
It's not like I actually wanted to go pry through Asogi's personal belongings. I also know that we need to find as many clues as possible, for his sake. Alright, okay. Where I was?
Excuse me.
Boy, you live in this bitch?
Yeah.
Damn.
Man, you live in the city?
Damn, Naruhodō, you live like this?
Man, this is your house?
You enjoy the voyage of the comforts of your personal hiding space. Bro.
My friend died right before me and I didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, if you guys weren't here earlier today, we did get a new emote slot available. So the two things: one, I made the doubt emote a little bit more clear, so it comes up a little bit better on Twitch, and then I re-implemented the Sora face. Now it's the got him emote for right now, so that's what it looks like. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on.
Maybe.
Oh, hello.
Huh.
Who's that
Oh.
man? He
Hello
wasn't
there,
here
sir.
A moment ago. From the looks of it, he's
It's
clearly
time.
European.
Ah, over there.
European. I just can't.
He's both.
All right, so Patrick, we need to post.
Can I voice him, Pat, please?
Go ahead.
Pat. No.
Yeah. You're
That was
surprised by
bad.
Well, how about you both take a crack at it? We're gonna make this
Yeah,
make it a
sure.
competition.
Judge all
Oh,
of you.
wait, hold on, Pat. Just remember who got this whole thing running and edited your trailer. Got you interested in DGS in the first place.
I literally have
So
next to those speaking lines this whole case.
I could give you that sailor guy.
Well, okay. I'm thinking whoever is not Holmes be the prosecutor when we get to them. Or the other one. So
That sounds like a
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
yeah, you know Stim too,
Check this out.
Sasato? That tall gentleman.
Oh. Now, this is a surprise. Naruhodō, could it be that you don't know who this gentleman is?
No, I'm not acquainted with any foreign gentleman. He gives off a very strange aura. He's clearly different from all the sailors. I can't tell if he's inspecting Asogi's desk or just playing with it.
Oh, come on then. Let's hear what he has to say.
I imagine through Sasato's eyes just light up.
Oh, by the way, you may have already realized this, but
Yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah.
Yeah, just talk with them.
Sasha, what's a cursor?
That's a good
Naruhodō,
question.
do you have social anxiety? Just
Maybe.
go talk.
Well, you know,
Maybe.
my best friend,
Oh, they're
my
too
best friend died right before me, apparently. So you know.
And I missed the whole thing.
Excuse me. Excuse me, could you spare a moment of your time?
Quiet. I'm in the middle of something big.
Maybe we should leave him be. I have a feeling that this could turn into trouble fast.
I suppose so, if that's what you think is best.
Greetings. Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Excuse me, can I ask what you were doing with Asogi's desk just now?
I see. So that's what's going on.
What exactly do you mean? I feel like I'm being heavily scrutinized.
It appears that I've uncovered the whole truth of the matter.
Alright,
Just so
yeah,
I wouldn't find
Jason, take your crack at it.
Alright.
My flawless reasoning, which was the truth of all things. Yes, that's it. You've returned here from Afghanistan and quite recently at that.
What?
Tag in, and you're on your way to be in a foreign country. You have found yourself facing a predicament.
Well, he's not wrong about that.
How in the world? Why do you have two voices?
Tag in.
I don't know where did you come across that. I don't give a shit at what you say, Jason.
No, we're sharing this.
Don't do that.
This is a one man
This is not a good audition, guys.
I just bring the verdict if I say so. Would you mind hitting me with the verdict?
No, sir, that verdict is mine. You keep your hands
You
off.
hear another voice around here? That's quite troubling. It sounds like quite the best, if I do say so myself.
You don't think this is Carly Hale voice in your hand? You know what? I just don't believe it.
Why does this man have a
Let's
cheese
get
profile
Chad's
picture?
opinion on it. The other one will voice the prosecutor when we get to them. God.
He's Sherlock, Sherlock, you're Sherlock. I'm Sherlock.
Already other
Are there
Sherlock
more
things.
Sherlocks I need to know?
Letterman voice.
That's not an option.
What urban voice, Sherlock?
I'm afraid that's not an option, unfortunately.
Oh, goddamn.
So, Pat gave it a try.
But I mean, he's already voicing Naruhodō, so... Please, this is about a rudimentary reason. Nothing for me to bother explaining.
Pat's gonna be doing most of the talking.
I think I'll give Sherlock the ED for this one. Again, for the reasons that he's saying before. He's basically the one that got us all at the DGS, so...
Sorry, Jason, but
Jason,
Naruhodo
come
was
on.
taken.
Hey, Jason, I think to make up for it, you get first dibs on any other character that you want.
Any other character you're choosing, honestly, you get them.
No, see, here's the thing, right? This one character that's gonna show up in case 4. He's 100. He is 100%.
Oh yeah, I already know that, Jason. I'm not. No one's gonna fight for that.
Yeah, he's 100%.
Okay, anyways.
And if you're gonna get Charlotte, then I get the other one.
Okay, whatever.
Okay,
Anyways.
now that you finished arguing with the voice in your head, is there perhaps anything else you might know?
Also, by the way, Pink said he would have voted for Edie's anyway. Oh yes, but of course, countless things. Countless. Take, for example, your true idea is that of a Russian refugee, a muscular and heartless revolutionary. You've killed 16 people so far, and you plan to go to Britain to blow up the Crystal Tower. However, in order to hide your identity, you murdered that man with the headband. Well, I suppose that just about sums it up. Come now, there's no reason to hide your crimes. You know it to be futile.
This is sort of a long shot. Were you talking about me just now?
Of course I was talking about you. Tell me, do you see any other Russians capable of assassinating 16 people?
Definitely not capable of doing that either.
Bro! I was right all along. The only one who stole Cosmo's life was you, Naruhodō! And on top of that, you're a revolutionary as well! How insolent! How shameless!
Hey now, like I said... Ah!
Okay, no, okay, hey, like, I wouldn't even bother trying to do like a British accent, because once we get to Britain, it's like...
Everyone has a British accent at that point. So.
Yes, yeah, so, like, there's no point.
The time is at hand. Now what's the defense against these claims?
I give up.
No, guys, this is the accurate mode.
By the way, that's one of my favorite tracks of the game that played.
You'll hear it later. Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. I did not mean to disgrace you.
No matter how you slice it, there's no way I could be a Russian revolutionary.
I'm so sorry.
And as for you, how can you carelessly fire off so many irresponsible, far-fetched theories?
And yet, did I still not speak the truth? On your way to a foreign country, you found yourself facing a predicament.
Well, that much is true, yes.
See? How's that? What do you make of that?
You really want to know what I make of that? It's a fact that this ship is headed to Britain, and I'm cuffed here at the crime scene. And not really a theory, it goes without saying, as the phrase goes.
And so it does. That is precisely the principle of reasoning. Try to say it goes without saying aloud. It is unexpectedly, most mysteriously effective.
Right. So then, who exactly are you?
Ah yes, I have delayed my introduction long enough. I am a man known around the globe, the world's most greatest and most famous detective. Yes, for I am the Sherlock Holmes. A pleasure to meet you.
And my favorite detective is like the new in the franchise now. He has usurped Gumshoe.
Oh, I knew it! You're the real Detective Holmes in the flesh!
No,
But of
he's
course.
Sherlock Holmes.
I am the Sherlock Holmes, in the flesh.
Susanna, do you happen to know this man?
Of course I do! Everyone in the world knows who the great detective is!
All of a sudden, I feel cut off from the rest of the world.
In any case, we should listen to what Mr. Holmes has to say.
When you hear the guy with that ball, guys.
We'll be sure to find out the truth in this incident in no time with his help.
I got a really bad feeling about this. So you're the great detective, and you said your name was...
Precisely. A great detective indeed. I am the famous Sherlock Holmes.
Alright then, well, the Sherlock Holmes.
No, there's no need to say the each time. Mr. Holmes is more than adequate. If interest in my escapades is piqued, then I would recommend you read this.
The Strange Magazine. This is a popular entertainment publication in Great Britain. Rest assured, Mr. Holmes, I have imported every issue from Great Britain without fail.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes right here. So basically, you're a character in this book?
Precisely! You've hit the mark!
So he's engrossed in the book that he actually believes he's the great detective.
I can tell by your face that you must understand. I am not as self-deluded as I might seem. The truth, in fact, is completely the opposite.
Opposite?
You see, this is a series of stories about my adventures as written by my biographer.
Right, your biographer.
Indeed, presently Dr. Watson's back in London looking after our flat.
Dr. Watson?
Thanks to the popularity of this book, the Doctor has been incredibly busy as of late. As have I. I returned from Russia, where I solved the mystery surrounding a cursed royal crown.
Yes,
It's at
it's totally not
Asia.
Asia.
Yeah.
Mr. Holmes,
Get
I
rid of
think
the
your
RU,
line is
it's the same
pretty
thing.
cheap.
Get rid of the RU and the S, it's the same thing.
Can't tell if he's joking or serious, but either way, that sounds terrifying.
To me, deduction is everything. Simply put, it is the art of pure logic.
Pure logic.
Hurt?
A great observer of Mentis does not allow even a single reaction to slip by unnoticed. A slight change in the line of sight or facial muscles, a person's very manner of conduct. Their fingernails, their sleeves, the wrinkles in their clothes, all of this is vital information.
I see.
A great observer can synthesize all of that information together in a single instant. And the logic he gleans from his conclusions will allow him to find the one and only truth. Indeed, you saw these very powers at work earlier.
God, some nerve being able to say that while looking me right in the eye.
Yes, an extraordinary observer, a formidable logician, and the greatest detective alive. That is him, and he is me, Sherlock Holmes.
Have you heard anything in regard to the incident?
Wait, that was for one talk? Okay, my, have I heard anything? Well, only drew out the culprit lurking in this cabin and discovered what he was hiding. You do realize that you're speaking with the great detective Sherlock Holmes, right?
Dude,
Really? You're Sherlock Holmes?
wait, then... He's the one to blame for the mess that I'm in?
This morning, after I realized something was wrong in the cabin, I called for the sailors' help to opening the door.
Yes, the sailors set themselves to their work, and the great detective bated his breath. That's right. It was I, Sherlock Holmes, who found you at the scene of the crime. And dare I say, those handcuffs compliment you quite nicely. Well, whatever else may have happened, the two of us, the two truths dawned on me at that moment in time.
Two truths? Mr. Holmes, can you elaborate, please? What are those two truths you realized this morning when you were in the cabin?
Ah, let me be more precise. They are two truths that I pieced together in a single instant. Let's put it that way.
I see. Please tell me more.
Very well. The two truths I had deduced from the state of the cabin. 1. The culprit cannot have escaped as it was a locked room incident. And 2. The victim was Russian, and he was killed after falling out with his comrade.
Please, hold on a minute. Why Russian?
Why, that's easy enough. The message left behind by the victim on the floor. Take a look. Whatever the fuck that is, it means wardrobe in Russian.
Kazuma wrote his dying message in Russian?
In his final moments, his native tongue was the first to come to mind. Thus, he is Russian.
Sogi is Russian now?
Initially, I worked under the assumption that the culprit's name was Wardrobe. However, out of precaution, I opened the actual wardrobe in order to verify the situation for myself.
And that's where Naruhodō was sleeping, right?
Just so. Inside was a slumbering Russian, the true culprit, in other words, you.
Jeez. Are there any other Russians I need to know about?
You're wearing the same attire as the victim, ergo, you were comrades. If memory serves, that is certainly the type of clothing that Russians are known to wear.
What? The student uniform actually has been Russian clothing all this time?
Absolutely sure. The great detective's memory is dead wrong there.
Ah yes, I took a photograph earlier to avoid any tampering with the words on the floor.
This...
A photograph taken of the victim's corpse before it was transported out of the room.
By the time I opened my eyes, Asogi's body was already gone. It's my first time seeing him in this state with my own eyes.
Are you alright, Naruhodō?
Yes, I'll be fine. Oh, that's right, Mr. Holmes?
Yes, what do you need?
Speaking of Russia, didn't you say this earlier? That I'm a Russian refugee and a cruel revolutionary or something?
Ah yes, that was the truth whispering by my logic.
Could you elaborate about what seemingly careless whisper?
Of course, gladly.
Like I said, I'm not Russian. About that earlier theory of yours, the one about me.
On a journey to a foreign land with a predicament facing you, is that the one?
Yes, that's right. Please explain the other parts of what you said too. The Russian refugee, the revolutionary, the assassination of 16 people.
Ah, that. Well, it's a simple theory, truthfully. Here is the morning's newspaper. The front page headline reads as follows. Revolutionary Dmitry Demogorski flees Russia, believed to be en route to Shanghai. The ship made a port in Shanghai yesterday, and last night, a Russian was killed.
When did Asogi turn into a Russian?
Kazuma may have been mistaken for a Russian due to the words he left on the floor.
Therefore, in conclusion, the culprit of this crime must be the heartless revolutionary. Having had his own identity exposed in the paper, he murdered his fellow refugee. In summation, you are he, Mr. Dmitry Demogorski himself.
No, I mean, first of all, we don't even look remotely similar. Look at his face and then look at mine.
Well, nonetheless, the fact remains that you are the terrible revolutionary. After all, isn't it likely that a revolutionary would be able to revolutionize his own face?
That's your argument?
By the way, your name isn't listed on the passenger list from embarkment either.
Well, he's right about that point. I'm stowaway after all.
So then, what about the killings of the 16 people and this Crystal Tower business?
Alright, the fact is, all the information is contained within the front page article. Your true occupation and your nefarious deeds, my good fellow, I know them all. Dmitry Demogorski himself was quoted saying all these things, there could be no doubt.
So, a revolutionary willingly agreed to interview for a newspaper.
Wait, so what about the first thing you said, the part about returning from Afghanistan?
That too is written here, clear as day. It states that you just returned from a string of destructive acts in that country.
Honestly, I've never even heard of Afghanistan.
This Afghanistan? Oh, how rude of me. Allow me to give you this newspaper as a sign of our acquaintance.
Alright, thank you.
I've already finished reading it after all, and discarding it would be so troublesome.
Ping, like... part of me wants to think that, but I also think part of it is that he doesn't want... that he's intentionally playing dumb as well. Like,
Yeah.
kinda deal.
Oh, this guy's smart, trust me. This guy's smart.
You have no idea.
I
think of
know.
it.
He is really smart.
Yeah, he is. Come to think of it, the article on the back of the page is also rather fascinating.
On the back?
You would soon come to understand that he is just Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Feel free to read it as you wish. Who knows? You just might become a Russian connoisseur.
I feel like Sherlock is playing like 8D chess the entire time.
Yeah, he is, trust me.
A Russian newspaper, huh? Too bad I don't know how to read it. Since I already have it, might as well take a look at the article.
Well, you heard the man.
First,
Oh,
by
okay.
the way, why were you inspecting Asogi's desk earlier, weren't you?
Asogi, alright, the victim.
Was there anything that stood out to you?
Take a good look at the desktop. The victim appears to have been writing something.
This is London travel novel, and that's his handwriting too. Oh, but I don't think it's respectful to read through someone's journal right after they passed.
My. You should have spoken up before I read
What?
it.
You seriously went ahead and read through it?
Of course, despite my appearance, I can read basic Japanese quite well.
Is that so? I think he's about to feel the wrath of a Susanoo toss. Well, are you gonna give him the great detective Susanoo toss for that?
Goodness, whatever you're talking about.
This is so
Double
unfair.
This is so unfair.
Double standard!
All other matters aside, in regard to the victim's journal, the last sentence appears to suddenly stop halfway through. What could have been in the middle of writing? Could you perhaps enlighten me?
Huh? But didn't you just say you could read Japanese?
So I did, but like I said, only the basic symbols. For example, I can read the words, Harakiri, how's that? Impressive, isn't it?
If you say so.
But this writing is full of kanji characters. I wasn't able to read a single one of them.
That's a mood, Holmes. That's a mood.
Dragon didn't mean that at all.
Excuse me. May I? If you allow me to see that, I can read it for you.
Ah yes, then. Please, by all means.
By the way, I love, again...
Yeah, it's
animation
very
in the game.
smooth. I like it a lot.
There are 2 sentences written in the last page of the journal. 1 hour and 23 minutes after midnight, I heard a sound like a low whistle.
Whistle?
Intriguing. Please continue.
And the other sentence, 1 hour and 35 minutes after midnight, I saw a speckled band at the air duct.
Speckled band? Air duct, motherfucker!
I'm not sure what you meant, Naruhodō. I never heard of it before.
At the air duct, then I'll suspect. It must be none other than the air duct which connects to the adjacent cabin.
The adjacent cabin, huh?
I can never unhear my name from that word.
Now then, I must excuse myself.
If I may ask, where you might be headed?
To be frank, I'm a bit curious about the victim's journal. I feel that'd be worth investigating, and I'll get seasick if I just stand around.
Could it be that you're intended to go to the adjacent room, the one connected to that air duct?
Without a mystery, a great detective's existence is worthless and sorrowful. Rest assured, I grant you my word that the truth will become clear soon enough.
Excuse me, would you mind if we joined you?
That would be a tad difficult, you see.
Huh? Why is that?
Why are you even asking me? Just take a look at your hands.
These handcuffs, huh?
We're very proud of this animation.
After all, you are the suspect of this murder at the moment, are you not?
What do you mean by that? Please don't act like this doesn't concern you. You're the one who accused me in the first place.
Oh, what are you talking about? I don't recall ever uttering a single word implying that you were the culprit.
No, you did! It wasn't even an hour ago!
Now, aren't you a strange one? Just why would I say something like that?
But, Mr. Holmes, I'm rather certain you did.
Huh, really? That's quite odd. You really don't have the look of a criminal after all.
Even though he was looking right in my eyes when he accused me.
Well, I suppose it's fine. This is this and that is that, as the saying goes.
What do you mean?
In other words, it's like this. The culprit should act like a culprit, just roll over and give up.
That was beyond cruel.
Damn.
Bruh.
Yo, good dunk, dog.
Great detective just ran off laughing all the while.
Come now, Naruhodō. What are you just standing around for?
Hang on, just got dunked on. Give me a
Oh, hush up. The two of us ought to check out the cabin next door as well, with all due haste.
I don't want to hear that from
Look at
you.
me, I'm not really in any condition to... I've gotten thrown like 3 times already, I swear to God.
Yeah, 3 times.
I might just be sick of this already.
Cosmo
You know, that's
left
kind of
us
numb.
kind of late for us, even as he lay dying. Meanwhile, you would have...
No, Irvin, I could technically say that, like, she does it the most times in this chapter.
Yeah.
And honestly, for very good reasons, because
Yeah, anyways. Continue, Sophie.
Meanwhile, we'd just rather just roll over and give up.
Everyone's so mean to me.
Why does everybody hate me?
I feel bad for them, Gopo.
In any case, there seems to be still a few things worth investigating in this room. Let's continue our investigation and wait for our chance to move to the adjacent room.
Yes, let's.
And in this state, there must still be something I can do. For Sogi's sake, I need to figure out whatever it does to forge a new path forward.
You probably investigate that court record stuff, by the way.
I keep thinking this is the court record thing each time.
Bruh.
No, it says the court record right there at the top right.
Let's... Hello.
Okay, let's see here. New person. Newspaper people.
Do you know something, Naruhodō?
No, I was just wondering about this article on the back of the page it's about.
I have the slightest clue. I can't read a single letter.
I can't read either, but judging from the feeling that I get from this photo, it looks like it might be about some beautiful ballerina.
Yes, she is quite beautiful. Is it perhaps the kind of woman that strikes your fancy?
I'm not sure how to respond to that.
You put this stunning guy for that article to catch your attention. Oh yeah, this is intended for when you, like, right after he tells you to examine it, by the way. That's why I told you to do it, but... Alright, if I may, allow me to explain what the article is about.
Please do, he just popped out of that door.
This still works. This article is about a disappearance that occurred at some point last night. Beautiful flower, the prestigious Noovich Ballet Company, goes missing. A young girl was found missing during a ballet performance in Shanghai. It was a beautiful young ballerina named Nikomina Borshevich.
It's hard to remember the names of Russian people.
Her name is ryūnosuke Naruhodō. It says that she disappeared from her dressing room still wearing a costume. But she really included a tiara set with gems valued at 20,000 rubles.
How much money is 20,000 rubles?
I wouldn't be able to even begin to guess, but surely it's more money than you can possibly dream of.
Sada's eyes are shining.
Since the tiara is the property of the ballet, the owner is on the brink of losing it.
Well, can't say I blame him.
In order to retrieve both Nikomina and the tiara, the ballet company is requesting the search warrants for all the vessels that are heading toward Britain.
Might it be that she's defecting as well?
It's starting to seem like defection is Russia's specialty.
Naruhodō, you shouldn't say things like that.
I was saying it in my mouth.
Wait, what time period? What time period are we in? Are we in right now again? Remind me.
We're like 1900, like exactly like 1900 basically.
So I think at this point in Russian history, they still have a czar.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you can check profiles if you're curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were still have the czar. They were really close to revolution.
Oh,
This man 34 is looking good for
Oh wow,
his age.
Sogi was 23. It looks a little.
Sogi is 23.
A little younger than that.
Damn.
Sherlock's only 34. My goodness.
He's looking good for his age, I must say.
Okay. How old is Naruhodō at this point?
Imply like 22 or 23.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So like not too dissimilar to like Apollo's age,
Okay,
I guess.
Got ya.
Around that area.
Saying that. These days, 20,000 rubles would be about 28,614 yen.
Huh. Alright, let me just
How much would that
what
be
does
in
that
US
translate to in
dollars?
US dollars?
No, hold on, I got this. 270 United States dollars. I'm sure that meant a lot more back then.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically still a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, this was way before.
Then we still have pounds in Britain.
What was it? Hold on. What century did this game take place again?
It's literally on the right at the 1900, like literally the turn of the century.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
There, nicely stacked books.
Yeah. I think on the left is all you need to check now.
Okay, and
Also talk to the
yeah, I
soldier.
can talk to.
Yeah.
Sailor.
Excuse me, may I have a moment of your time?
I guess I have this now. Still not bitter about that.
Yeah. What's his problem?
What do you want?
I actually have one thing to ask. A favor to this. Would you allow me to investigate the outside of this cabin?
Boy! I've heard that the Japanese don't tell jokes, but it looks like my sources were wrong.
Man.
True. The criminal himself telling me to let him escape? That's a real funny joke, friend.
Deep in the middle of the ocean, there's no possible way for me to escape.
Regardless, you're not leaving this room until we reach port and head you over to the local police. Do you understand?
I understand. It looks like there's no point in asking this sailor about for anything. Alright.
Wonderful stereotypes. I mean, what do you expect? He's Russian.
Why are you Russian?
Hello.
We're gonna need to finish this book report.
Ooh, shiny.
Also, yeah, this is the standard investigation theme.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I'm guessing this is another like 1 day investigation, 1 day of court kind of case.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, because I remember you saying that we could get this case done in 2 sessions. So.
In 2 sessions, yeah.
All right, I'm going to ring the bell.
Actually, you know what? Wait.
No, Jason, I got this.
I was gonna say I don't even think that would be a spoiler.
No.
Nobody
Jason.
came. Oh.
Wait, did it ring?
But nobody came. That's
No,
the
I'm
true
asking-
tragedy.
No, I'm asking because I didn't hear the ring on my end. Oh, that's what.
I think that's everything.
Sure?
Well, at least it's easier to check now that you got that check thing.
Yeah.
So just. Did you check the writing itself?
Yeah, he did.
The.
Got the bugs.
Oh, the
Oh,
lock.
the
The
lock,
lock on the
yeah.
door.
I got my encyclopedia
Book, that's
here.
just Google.
That is not encyclopedia. That is Google. No, Patrick, you think I'm joking? No, that is Google.
There's an actual smartphone inside that book.
She secretly has a smartphone in there.
You will understand as this goes on. That is Google.
It's a good thing this has some good Wi-Fi. Is that a sailor? He wasn't just there a little while ago.
That's exactly what I thought.
If you... Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, stop with that guy.
What's the matter, Naruhodō?
Nothing. It's just a sailor standing over there by the door. For some reason, I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
You have? 1,000 times, as a matter of fact.
Now that you mention it, he does look a bit familiar. Hello? Excuse me?
Is it the butler?
Yes, can I help
Urban,
you?
do you want to take him?
Do something? Wait. Yeah, Urban, you want to know?
Yes. Can I help you with something?
Oh, by the way.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't say anything.
I definitely recognize that face.
One of y'all can have him now if you want.
Do you want to
There's no doubt.
I got promoted. I don't need you anymore.
I have been as Detective Hosanage.
Wait, I thought someone else was gonna take it because of last time.
I could give him to someone else if y'all want. Or
Like,
I
dude,
can just...
is he actually free?
Yeah, I'm giving it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It has
you
been.
are.
It has been some time.
Why are you in a place like this?
Oh no, that's a good question. I could ask you the same question.
Damn it.
I was so astonished that my heart stopped beating.
Are you sure you didn't mean to say I thought my heart was going to stop beating?
No. I've infiltrated this ship under special orders.
Again?
You're really enjoying infiltration, don't you?
If it is within my power to do so, allow me to assist you in any way I can.
Detective might just be key to overturning this entire dire situation. So, why are your special orders this time around?
Or so, why are you dressed like that?
I am terribly sorry. All the fault for this incident lies squarely upon my shoulders.
What do you mean, Detective?
My special orders were to guard the Sogi. Curse my stuttering. The arrangements were made by Secretary Jijoku of Thank you, of the Ministry of Justice. I was to protect him from possible assassins, so that he might reach Britannia unharmed.
Assassins? He was in that much danger?
I do not know for sure, but what I do know is, currently, there is much tension between the empires of the East and West. The Secretary of the Ministry told me to take every possible contingency just in case.
What could this be?
Is it really possible? Kazuma assassinated?
Unlike most escort missions, I wasn't able to publicly divulge my identity as a bodyguard. Instead, I was forced to board the ship under the guise of a sailor.
I see.
From dawn till dusk, I kept watch over Asogi until he retired to his cabin each night. And to think, during the few hours when I was not keeping my vigil, this happened. And so, through my own complacency, I allowed him to die. I have failed in my duty. Brandon, that's mean. I'm no longer worthy of showing my face to either of you. I'm so sorry.
Detective Hosonaga.
Might there be anything I could do to help make amends for this catastrophe to failure? If so, please tell me how it could be of service. You have one job!
Yeah. Right now, we're trying to investigate Asogi's death.
I suspected as much. I assume that means you weren't actually the culprit then?
Of course not!
We'd like to move to the cabin next door and investigate the things there as well.
Are you able to grant me approval to leave this room?
I cannot. My apologies. Huh? At present, you are considered to be a threat to the other passengers. If you were to attempt to leave this cabin for any reason, that rowdy soldier would lift you up by the scruff of your neck and toss you right back in.
And all because they think I'm a stowaway who murdered one of my own countrymen.
But there may be one chance. Have you anything persuasive I could use to help you move about more freely?
It would be persuasive? What would be persuasive, Detective? Bleh.
If I have something that could provide a reason for you to investigate the other cabin, then I would give my very life, if only to persuade the captain.
But that seems a little...
I can think of only one method that will work.
Huh? What is that?
The same method you used on me earlier. You know, evidence, you silly goober.
Yeah, goober.
Now you actually present evidence to people normally.
Right. And then the Cyclops appear.
Oh god damn it!
Okay, which one of you is the Maya Fey ancestor?
Which y'all could bring back the fucking dead?
That would be the dolphin in the ocean.
Damn it! Soon you will evolve.
Damn it.
Suzazatori of the second.
Is there a reason to investigate the next room?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, not necessarily the next one. You have to give him a reason to let you leave.
Yeah.
This is Sogi's journal.
But this is.
Before Kazuma passed away, he left behind some perplexing words.
I love the logic theme in this game too, man.
Yeah, that's great.
What? Perplexing? In what way?
In this journal, he wrote, "I saw a speckled band at the air duct."
A speckled band? Perplexing words, indeed.
Still don't understand the meaning of those words, but the curious thing is...
Ah, yes, the air duct, I presume.
He lived up to your title, Detective.
The air duct connects directly to the cabinet next door.
If we investigate that air duct, we might figure out what the speckled band is.
I suppose that's proof enough.
Huh?
At the moment, I must stay here in this cabin until this ship reaches the next port. I must remain on watch at the crime scene. These are the captain's orders. Therefore, I have no other option than to leave the investigation to the two of you.
Really?
While I cannot remove your handcuffs, you may move freely about the first-class area.
But are you sure we'll be alright? After all, the captain's orders were...
Do not worry. I will keep my promise. I'll put my life on the line to persuade the captain. In the end, I owe Asogi at least that much after my failure to protect him.
Thank you very much, Detective.
Shall we be off then, Naruhodō?
Yeah, more stories. Well, I'm kind of getting a little nostalgic to my cruise that I did a few months back during, like, December.
Wait, what?
I'm getting kind of nostalgic for the cruise that I took, like, back in,
okay, yeah.
December, man.
You will.
Hopefully there wasn't a murder there.
Just someone died.
No.
You will have to do some pretty hard convincing to get me on a boat.
I've been on a few cruise ships in my time. Like I've been on 3 in my time. I've been on the Disney cruise when I was pretty young. I was on a Hawaiian one for my parents' anniversary when I just finished high school, and then in December we took one down to the Caribbean, and that one was pretty good. The thing I didn't like, though, the first few days was really, really bad waves for that one.
Well, like the reason why you're gonna have to do some pretty hard convincing for me is because, well, the Titanic taught me one thing: boats can sink. So thanks for the help, man.
I can't even swim.
I don't even have that cabin.
I mean, I kind of can, but
Still a little surprised. The corridor out here is narrower than you expect, don't you think?
It is, isn't it? Cosmo was an exchange student sent out by the Japanese government. He was given one of the finest rooms abroad, the first-class cabin. If you're wondering, my third-class cabin is about half the size as Cosmo's.
That's pretty cool treatment for you're getting over there. Take a look over there. Something incredibly strong sailor sitting on guard.
the boss appears.
That door connects to the second-class cabins. I would think that sailors on watch to prevent suspicious individuals from passing.
Jojo checks him. Jojo checks him.
People like me.
I put those screen medicine.
I cannot help but notice that, though we've been abroad for half a month. Your eyes shine as though you're seeing all this for the first time.
That's because I am, after all. I was a stowaway. I was packed up in Asogi's trunk during the embarkment. Since then, I've been crammed into a wardrobe up until today.
That must have been truly terrible indeed.
Don't look at me like that, please. Alright, I wanna check. What is that?
Ooh, this is some interesting trivia. This is the trap that used to capture rodents.
Oh, hey, I've seen one of these in Japan too. This one looks like it uses bait as a sticky substance that I've never seen before, though.
Let's see.
Google.
The bait is the food is called cheese, a winter staple made from fertile made milk. Yeah, this English word sounds weird.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Jeez.
I see that curious look. Don't try to eat it, or else you'll get your fingers pinched.
Aww, just give up.
Were you actually planning to eat it?
No. No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, after all, I
Shut
got
up.
to eat with Soggy's leftovers after all. I was always jammed in that wardrobe with an empty stomach.
I'll give you some snacks I brought later
Yeah, I
on.
already like
Have
you.
a fig bar. Have a fig bar.
Have a quad.
Oh, I just realized something for the comment. Oh, that's
What?
cute. No, it's regarding like animal mascots that they gave to the characters.
Okay.
Naruhodō, they gave Naruhodō.
Oh yeah, I get it. I
Made
get
him
it.
rat.
Naruhodō's animal is a mouse.
Yeah.
It's nice around, kinda. Okay.
It's an emergency alarm. Please don't touch it.
Emergency alarm.
Please. Look right here. There's a notice. Please press the button only in case of
Well, we just had a
emergencies.
murder, so that's an emergency.
The button sends an alarm to the entire ship, signaling the engine to temporarily stop.
Makes the engine stop? Maybe.
What are you doing? Get away from that!
What? How's that gonna be happening right now? Not an emergency.
Am I going to have to Suzuto toss the bitch? This clearly isn't the kind of emergency they mean.
the power radiating from this stance right
From
now.
this pose.
Boy!
From this pose.
Don't you even think about
Boy, you don't get it.
This might be my
My life is a state.
this might be one of my
See
new
right now,
favorite
Captain, I have
poses
to
in the
run
whole
down.
game now. Not even gonna lie.
Nice.
If you push that button and cause a panic, we'll have a real emergency on our hands.
I wish I could just stop everything happening to me right now.
Please don't inconvenience the entire ship just because you're upset.
My life's on the line, David. Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Ring it.
And it's just,
Yes.
I have it in my book.
Well, why do you have a diagram of the thing in your book?
Because Google, I tell you.
How are you even getting internet access out here?
No.
Listen,
Did you get some kind of premium plan for the trip?
You wonder how?
no, Jason. Here's the thing. She didn't update Google before going on. The
Yeah, didn't update the phone.
No. This is how Google got started. They didn't come up with Google. They stole it from her.
They just took the book and like, this is magical. We will use this.
Susato has weird sorcery in that book.
I mean, she's the murderer.
She used the book.
So quiet.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's the room.
Room.
Let's get the fuck inside.
So it'd be the room where it happened.
Where it happened.
Where it happened.
Oh!
Oh.
I hate Hamilton.
Were you singing Hamilton?
Please excuse us. There's some business we need to attend to in that cabin, you see.
No.
He said nothing, but his eyes cry out, "Do not open." Oh.
Same thing I wrote on that slip of paper I had a Soki stick in the wardrobe. Sometimes I'd speak louder than words, I suppose.
Well, I would wager we won't be allowed to visit this cabin anytime in the near future.
Yeah, this is inconvenient. And I teleported!
Welcome to the Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
Yeah.
All tough for my.
I survived 3 Susanoo tosses.
Yeah,
Without
so-
getting my back broken.
Alright, this way. I have to keep you waiting.
I survived 3 Susanoo tosses. Yeah, so, and she never stopped.
In a row.
She can't stop coming and she won't stop
And
coming.
they don't stop coming, and 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 they don't stop coming.
Alright, that joke, like, damn, it's like, well, shock you. Oh.
Had not followed the laws of this land, I would have slaughtered you.
Yeah. What land? We're in a boat.
Alright, it's a me.
Oh,
Oh, look. It's the
God damn it.
Oh, look. It's a cheap server girl that was stuffed in the 3rd class with the other foreigners.
Damn it.
My hopes have been broken.
I'm serious, like, well, god damn.
Jesus.
Stop calling me sailor. I am sea crewman.
The 12
I'm gonna
stroke
try.
Even though he
Say
clearly
that.
hates us, I guess we
No,
should
wait,
still try and speak with him.
No, wait, no, Edie, say it again.
The 12 Stroganoff.
The trove. Thank you.
Mr. Stroganov, can you tell me more about the first class area?
No.
This is where highest class of cabins are. Corridors connect to corridors connect to each of them.
Highest class? Could you tell us more?
Only certain people use rooms. Public figures, kings traveling in secret, rich people, important people. So I'm here as guard.
Kings? That's really impressive.
But stowaways hides in one of these cabins on my watch. If I could, I would throw you into the ocean right now and rest easy.
Please forgive me.
If I may ask a question, is anyone currently staying in the cabin next to Kazuma Soki's?
Da!
Sato, what was that just now?
It sounded like a "da" to me. means yes in Russian, or maybe it means no.
So one of those two, I guess.
Can I let you visit other passengers' rooms just because you want to?
The cabin next to us isn't empty. There must be a passenger inside.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid it, but his dialogue is typed out with the Russian accent in mind.
So can you tell us anything about the passenger who's staying in the cabin next to Asogi's?
Name is Grinsboy Rolot. He is upstanding old gentleman from the West.
Gentleman from the West, huh?
Do not bother him with pesky questions. He is knowing nothing about student's murder.
How are you able to assert that so confidently?
Mr. Grimsby Rolot is a respectable Western man. Why would he care about lonely Asian children?
Harsh words.
By the way, did Mr. Rolot board the ship? Like when?
You are not needing that information.
I'm thinking about it. From every start of the voyage, right up until this conversation, I've never seen or heard as much of a single hint of that cabin being occupied.
If the gentleman you speak is staying in the first-class cabin, that would mean... he must be a very important person indeed. Is that correct?
You are not needing that information.
Aw, man.
Mr. Dragunov, have you been watching the entire voyage thus far?
Yes, I am keeping suspicious people like you from running around ship.
Excuse me, but do you know anything about the incident last night?
It's very sad what happened to students.
Going by what you said, you must have been standing guard all night too, right?
Of course.
Then during that time, did you see anything out of the ordinary?
Net!
Susato?
From the sounds of it, I think he said... Nah.
Net. Everything was normal. Everything was normal last night. Nothing unusual.
What about any odd noises, or anyone look suspicious to you?
No! Everything was normal!
Sorry!
That would have been a moment that Cyclops
Yeah,
would have seen
absolutely.
this with the other games.
I wonder, though, is it just me, or did Stroganoff glance away for a second there?
Dun dun dun.
It's time to end this. It's time to end this little chat. I must make routine report to Captain. You should return to cabin as well.
Alright.
Door to second-class cabin is firmly locked and secured. Do not bother try to escape. It's not possible.
I understand.
So, let's investigate to our heart's content?
Absolutely.
Go to door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's get the heck in that door.
Yeah, answer.
Man.
I don't think we're going to able to ask any questions in this room right now.
Yeah, this is in a minute. What was that voice just now? It
It's
came
a
from
scream.
inside the cabin. Could be only a terrible instant scream from a maiden in distress. Out of the way, you lot! Oh.
No, out of the way, you lot! I should kick down this door post haste.
Mr.
Oh,
Holmes!
I think I know who that is over there now.
Right now, I am absolutely brimming with the intense desire to kick down this door.
Holmes, no. No.
Please, stay your like for just a moment. This door appears to be unlocked.
Seriously? Well then, where exactly am I supposed to vent this urge to kick something?
Next person I see is about to get kicked!
Oh, hi, Naruhodō.
That aside, let's go inside. This is an emergency. There's no time to waste.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I will be here for it. Yes. All right, Pat. Good to be honest. You're about to see the main reason why I wanted to voice Sherlock.
Yeah. Anyways. Jason, you get this guy.
What do you want with me?
That gentleman appears to be Russian. Excuse me, we just heard something that sounded like a young woman scream from this room.
Scream! Stop your silly talk. As you see, I am the only one in this cabin. No one else. So baby, stab you with my scissors.
That's right. The old guy's the only person here. But what on earth was that scream?
Leave now, all of you, now.
Pardon me. You're still going to be Roulette, I presume.
Yes, I am Roland. Who are you?
Sherlock Holmes, the one and only. Surely my reputation precedes me.
Never heard of him.
Man. I am the great detective. My name with Torrance magazine covers all across the British
I just
Empire.
want Sherlock looking at the ocean off of the boat now, just...
Man. No, he looks out of the ocean. Horse.
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 So, Sofa, you do anything? You wanna get on that?
I'm voicing the character, yes.
Anyways, next. And so, I am certainly no matter suspicious individual, as you can see.
He's using that magazine like some kind of business card.
Do you want one, Naruhodō?
Detective, even more suspicious.
You're certain that we heard a scream originating from this very room. It is clearly apparent that no one is hiding within your wardrobe, therefore... If it is not too much of a bother, may I open that small trunk over there?
Stop this silliness! This trunk is very, very small. You think there is a person inside?
Well, if it's a chance to indicate anything, packing people into luggage is quite popular.
I would think that the person would more likely be in this bag by the wardrobe. Like, that seems like you're more reasonable you could stuff someone in. Please stop looking at me. Oh.
Did you see that, Nara?
Yes, I think I did. The trunk moved, didn't it?
All of you, leave now. If you do not, I call the sailors.
Grimsby Roylott stays in the room directly next to Sogi's. This Russian man needs to be hiding something.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. We must find some sort of lead before the sailor returns.
Alta Link said they may be safety sensors, but do not think they're for a secondary mistake.
Excuse me, Mr. Roylott, can we have a moment of your time?
I am not accepting visitors. I told you no one. Now leave.
Not off to a great start.
We're not going to get anywhere like this.
How are we supposed to deal with this man? I wonder if the great detective would know what to do.
He's just vibing.
So you saw him,
Yeah.
right?
These dialogue options are dead ends.
Okay. So, I'm guessing expect that.
Examine, yeah. I'm just kind of vibing right here. Checking my phone and Twitter.
Excuse me,
New followers.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes?
Ah, please. Just Mr. Holmes is fine.
That's not any less formal. Mr. Holmes, what are you doing there anyway?
Oh, not much. Just making myself at home.
At home.
I'm just passing the time, imagining how it must have felt to be crammed in here. Waiting for the moment when the two of you beseech the aid of a great detective.
What?
Oh, now, it would seem that the time has finally come. Am I mistaken?
Well, he's certainly not wrong.
Now, look over there. That Russian gentleman, Mr. Rilla, is clearly hiding something. And what would be the best countermeasure against the Russian who's hiding something?
The answer...
The answer, of course, would be... the truth. Indeed, that doesn't apply to Russians alone.
Right.
But I wonder what that Russian man would do if his hidden secret were to be exposed. Well, it'd be interesting to find out.
I would love to, Mr. Holmes.
Then allow me to show you something intriguing. Something only a great detective can do. A great detective's great deduction.
Alright, I'm calling it. I want
No.
absolute silence.
Okay, yeah. As you can clearly see, here we have a classic, suspicious-looking Russian.
What?
Sometimes I wonder to myself, are suspicious people inherently Russian, or are Russian people inherently suspicious?
Don't think either one is the case.
And if I may add, Mr. Holmes, no matter how much the beard and the dark glasses might seem to suggest it, I'm not sure they're grown enough to outright label someone as suspicious.
Shh, quiet now.
Why do you look at me like this?
I see. Yes, I understand now.
What?
At last, the truth has become clear to me. There is no room for doubt. Now then, Mr. Roylett, I have arrived at two conclusions.
What do you mean?
First, conclusion number one. Your true identity. Simply put, you are a villain. You were just about to cut short something very important to you, to you using those scissors. Am I mistaken?
Ah!
On to conclusion number two. At this very moment, you have been caught red-handed in the midst of a nefarious deed. By now you must be shaken under that beard, panicking over if you aren't even found out. Am I mistaken?
Here he comes, Naruhodō, one of Mr. Holmes' great deductions.
Great deductions?
Mr. Holmes has truly incredible talent. With only one look at a person, he can learn almost everything about them.
How in the world? No way, that's impossible.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I read about the books countless times. I can't believe I'm about to hear one of his great deductions firsthand. Oh, it's like a dream come true.
I can't believe it. Mr. Royal turned out to be a white as sheet. Somehow, it looks like those two conclusions hit the mark.
How? How could...
How could you possibly know that? Is that what you're about to say? Very well. It's time for all to be revealed. How indeed did this great detective before you arrive at these two conclusions? Come along now, shall we embark upon a journey of deduction? What I mean to say is that I'm asking you to tag along with my reasoning.
Wait, what?
Let's go.
Deduct, the game is afoot! Topic 1, identity. Behold, Mr. Roylott, the mysterious Russian. First, let your eyes be drawn towards this! It's oversized pair of scissors sticking out like a sore thumb.
I'm loving the presentation of this already.
Now, just what the devil are you planning to do with those? With just a little observation, the answer becomes obvious. You intend to cut off your splendid beard with those scissors. Continuing on. Now then, why would you have such an urgent need to cut that magnificent beard? That too is quite obvious, and I have the evidence to back it up. have a look at this morning's newspaper. It contains a rather intriguing article. In fact, it appears that you, too, have seen the article of which I speak. Surely you must understand by now. The article inside reveals a true identity. The newspaper's revolutionary article. Revolutionary Dmitry Demoglaski flees Russia, believed to be en route to Shanghai. As you can see, the picture clearly depicts that eye-catching beard of yours. Having seen the article, you plan to cut off your beard before the crew found you out. However, since you have yet to do so, your true identity remains clear. You are none other than the frightful revolutionary Dmitry Demoglaski. But with that said, I can't say I've ever heard of you.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Yeah. Topic 2, the crime. Next, we have my second deduction. It seems to be that we have caught you with the act of committing a terrible crime. Now, as for the proof of that crime, aha, it's right over there, is it not? As expected, it appears that you have shown your hand, Mr. Roylat. When people are taken by surprise, they tend to reflexively shift their gaze. It's a classic tell, more eloquent and powerful than mere words could ever convey. Yes, our answer lies directly in your line of sight, so carelessly directed. The proof of your crime. Elementary, it's that trunk. I think it's about time that you open this trunk and show us what's inside, hmm?
No, I am refusing.
Exactly what do you have hiding in there? From what I can see, were you to apply enough force, I think you'd be able to fit a small girl inside.
That is silly.
A young girl stuffed into a trunk. Just who might she be? Ah, good grief. You're not much of a criminal, are you? Your line of sight betrayed your secrets so easily. Just now, without a second thought, you took a second glance at our answer. The reason why you can't open that trunk can again be found in the newspaper. In truth, it seems that there is yet another intriguing article published in these pages. Rather than looking at the article about the revolutionary, flip to the reverse page. Beautiful flower, the prestigious Novovich Ballet Company goes missing. There is only one logical conclusion. The crime you're in the very midst of committing is abduction. According to the article, the girl's name is Nikomina Borshevich or something. And there you have it. The great deductions of Sherlock Holmes have been revealed.
So, of how we were saying
Okay.
earlier, of how he's playing 8D chess, yeah!
He's playing
Okay,
16 DGS.
Okay, oh yeah, okay, so now that we're here, I could definitely, I could say that this is like my favorite thing that they ever added, like, to the
Ace Attorney?
To Ace Attorney in general. This
Yeah.
is 100%.
We're still not technically done with it, by the way.
I need to see
Yeah.
where that goes, because, you know, it did everything for that. I just want to see how it's implemented into, like, the grander scheme of things and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you don't know what I know.
We're still only got through one half of it.
Susato, is this really a great deduction?
I think so. I read all about them in his book. Though his great deductions just now were a little different than usual.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Holmes. Could you come over here for a minute?
Prankster and Casey Lad put 64 DGS. Ah, what can I do for you?
I wanted to ask you about your reasoning there.
Yes, by all means. What's on your mind?
Well, let me start with the newspaper. I didn't think I had to repeat myself, but here we are. These two men's faces are nothing alike. They look completely different.
I didn't expect to repeat myself either, but here we are indeed. We're dealing with a revolutionary who stayed in revolutionize his own face.
At the very least, I suppose he looks more like the picture than you do, Naruhodō.
That's not the point! And besides that, there's something else that bit about the deduction.
Oh yeah, it's truly a shocking turn of events, isn't it? At first glance, I wouldn't think that a girl could fit inside that trunk.
Actually, it's worse than that. It's clearly way too small to fit a person at all. You'd barely be able to close it, let alone stuff a 5-year-old inside.
In that case, could the missing ballerina be a 5-year-old?
Oh, didn't you know? She's actually 15.
No, Mr. Holmes, I had no idea.
So, if she's 15, then roughly 10 years of her ought to be sticking out of that trunk. Just saying.
There's something I once heard somewhere a long time ago. In order to make their bodies more limber, some ballerinas would drink vinegar every day.
Oh, God. We're talking about, like, the ambidextrous, like, thing or something. Vinegar? Really?
Indeed, with the body ripened by vinegar, fitting into a box like that should be no trouble at all.
I think you're mixing up acrobatics and ballet dancers.
This is such a mess.
Naruhodō, about Mr. Holmes' reasoning just now. I think his observations are right on the mark. At least, the foundation of what happened. It's just that the focal points in logic are just a little bit off.
A little bit completely off, I'd say.
If we take the most important keywords from his reasoning, and just discreetly replace a few of them, and then here and there, we just might figure this out.
Just take the keywords from his deductions and replace them.
Yes, discreetly, mind you. If we can do that, then surely Mr. Holmes' great deduction will truly come to light.
Indubitably, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Wow, this great detective is a real piece of work.
Well, it seems you've got your work cut out for you, thanks to me.
Sure are laughing loud enough about it.
Oh, and as for you, I almost forgot.
Me? What is it?
Take a look at your hands.
My hands? Holy shit!
The handcuffs are gone!
What? How did...
I thought those cuffs might get in the way of your deductions, so I got them off in a jiffy.
Huh?
Amazing. I expect no less from the great detective Sherlock Holmes.
And there's no need to be worried. I'll put them back on once we're finished here.
No, that's okay. You can leave them off.
By the way, I love this theme. Now, why don't we get this into the go? Come, one and all, to Sherlock Holmes' feature of logic and reason.
Review starts. Hold it, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah. By the way, the beginning's the same, so.
Yeah. I still really like this track.
Did a lot of love for this track in chat.
Yeah. This track has like 5 different variations, by the way.
Like one for every case or something.
No, it'll make sense, trust me.
One for every part of it.
Yeah.
Alright.
See, like right here, different version.
Are those the kind of scissors you cut a beard with?
I don't have any intentions of ever growing a beard like that, so I don't really know.
I think Mr. Rolla is so sure
In
himself.
other words, this part of the deduction seems a little off.
In that case, Naruhodō, let's try replacing it with something else.
Just me, but how should we start to go about that?
First, let's stop and take a look at Mr. Rolla himself.
Was it the beard he really wanted to cut off?
There you go, that's a good question. Next, look for the answer. When you find it,
Didn't I find it?
then the rest is in your hands.
What exactly is she telling me to do? Okay, I'll give it a try. Time to replace this logic. Mr. Rolla really gonna try to cut off with the scissors. Oh!
You guys can't be careless.
I didn't know you would actually get penalized for that.
Oh, awesome, you got the wrong one. That was perfect timing. The logic was so controversial. I am left tilting my head.
Honestly, I'm utterly confused myself when I blurred it out.
I prepared our heads to rightfully orientate and discuss. You got the first one wrong!
Sorry. I didn't know you. Well, first I didn't know you would get penalized, and that was the only thing I was seeing.
Yeah, you get penalized in this one.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you present?
It was the hat. For that.
You present the hat.
Okay.
Remember, you can examine things before presenting them. So.
Okay. Splendid beard.
Why not rotate? You can rotate like 360, by the way.
Beard.
Up and down, I think.
Not that.
I hate it here.
I want to say the newspaper, but that's not.
His hair?
No. Wait.
You can examine so they can.
You can
talk
examine.
Oh,
both
okay,
ways.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, after this, try to
Yeah,
see
if you're not sure about something, examine it.
Yeah, that's hair. That blonde thing.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
I think I already figured it out.
Like go down. Just like you can rotate. Just
Okay.
Go. Yeah, see, you can. It's pretty hair. It's pretty hair.
Oh, okay.
mean-
I thought that looked like a scarf or something.
No, that's
I thought
hair.
it was like a shirt design or
Okay.
something.
So yeah, definitely that then.
When you were scrolling over, I sunk down at my chair. Come on.
Anyways.
You intend to cut off your pretty hair with those scissors.
Indubitably. That's what I meant to say. Beautiful golden locks couldn't possibly belong to an old man.
You're actually a woman, aren't you? Judging by your hair sheen.
You're clearly a young girl at that.
All right, so
You can switch.
Yeah,
Sophie,
wait.
you're in.
no, Sophie.
If only I had a chance to cut my hair, then I would have not be found out.
Now then, why don't you have such an urgent need to cut that beautiful hair? That too is quite obvious, and I have the evidence to back it up. Surely you must understand by now. This article reveals a true identity. The newspaper's revolutionary article.
It's gonna probably be the best.
Yeah, it's obvious. What on that?
Yeah.
I can read this
okay.
one.
What is it? Why are you staring at me?
Well, it was definitely shocking. What's even more surprising to me is how much you seem to be enjoying this kind of thing. Despite your situation, you still end up jumping around in glee.
Who's just jumping around in glee? Not me. It was just that.
Fine, I'll leave it to that.
This also adds so much to Naruhodo's personality.
Anyway, look at this. Think back to Mr. His logic earlier. The evidence brought up seems a little strange now, doesn't it?
It does. If Mr. Roloff really is a woman,
The
then
article
that
found
means...
the revolutionary isn't related to this case anymore.
You got it wrong, didn't you?
Because of that, the logic is...
No,
What?
no, I didn't.
No, there's
Oh, are you still on it?
Yeah.
You still on it? Okay.
it's still on it.
Okay, because
Yeah.
alright.
Trying to voice that little joke, gag.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Okay, this one's easy. Ooh,
Yeah. Make sure it isn't the right one, by the way. There's two different ones.
ballerina. This article reveals her true identity. The newspaper's missing ballerina article. Fuck.
Okay. Indubitably, without a doubt, that must be it. Beautiful flower, the prestigious Novovich Ballet Company goes missing. I do believe that we are finally able to call you by your real name.
Your true identity is the ballerina from the Novosibirsk Ballet Company.
Nikomina Borshevich. Case of light, no, Naruhodo's like 22 or 23.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ooh.
Is that you say? My real name is Nikomina Borskevís. Please, tell no one.
Okay, I'm seeing how this actually relates to gameplay and stuff like that now. Alright.
It's another crown.
I like this bit. I like this gameplay so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. By the way, I think this is a B-side?
Yeah, this is B-side.
B-side.
B-side version of the theme.
Okay, is it gonna be the other bag?
Remember, you can examine whatever you want to.
Yeah, because the crime data was kidnapped, but if that's the person...
That is trash, Naruhodō.
Let me be with my people.
You can rotate the screen.
Okay, I was about to say, like...
You can rotate the screen to the right even further.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's gotta be it. The proof of your crime. Elementary. That's the tiara.
This must be the tiara used on stage by Noovich Ballet Company, right? It bears a striking resemblance to the one you can see in the news article. According to the article, this tiara is valued at 20,000 rubles. In other words,
that would mean the nature of your crime is grand larceny.
You pilfered that tiara from the ballet school you're a member of, didn't you?
I am all alone. No allies, no friends. I needed money to survive. But I did not steal tiara. It is not true. Ryūnosuke gave it to me. It belongs to me now.
15-year-old girl seeking asylum all on her own? Imagine how scared she must feel.
Are you happy now? I told to everything.
Nah, no, not yet.
Huh?
There's still another mystery left to unravel.
I do not understand.
You have obstinately refused my request to have that trunk opened and examined. Surely you must have some sort of important reason to do so. Is that not the case, Miss Nikomina? I must keep secret from this man. You think to yourself, but it is futile. I've already found a way to infer the contents of that trunk, you see? Ah, good grief. You're not much of a criminal, are you? Your line of sight betrayed your secrets so easily. Yes, the answer lies directly in your line of sight, so carelessly directed. Repeated dialogue would have still gone along with it. The reason why you can't allow us to open the trunk, it's written in the books on the shelf.
Oh, hey, we got a raid.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, hey.
Salty Fall.
Yeah, I guess they were playing Fall Guys.
Yeah, it's kind of show that once you change the direction enough, it's like, oh, home's direction changes as well. So
Yeah, they like changed. Yeah, change what he's doing. Obviously.
See, look, I picked that bag.
So it would be.
Wait, let's check the notice.
Yeah, this is case. So could that be the reason?
What'd you think, Urban?
Because the bag was shaking, so something.
She probably
must
got
have
an
been-
animal in there, most likely.
Yeah.
That would make the most sense, I think. Yeah.
This is a good sandwich.
The reason you can't allow us to open the trunk is written on the notice. Do not store any dangerous things, such as weapons or animals, in the cabin.
Something inside that trunk is prohibited on this ship. Because of this, you cannot risk opening up the trunk and allowing us to examine its contents.
Earlier, we noticed that the trunk moved on its own. If you had a weapon hidden in there, that wouldn't explain the trunk's movements.
That's the only one possibility remains, Miss Nikomina, inside that trunk. Altogether, Pat.
You're harboring the other
You're
thing
harboring
that
the
can't
other
be
thing that can't be
in the
kept in the
cabin. An
cabin.
animal!
An animal!
Good job, guys. Good job.
Good job.
Sophie, you're supposed to be shrinking. You like this?
I would have gotten away with too if it weren't for these damn detectives. And I don't know anymore,
Elementary.
my dear.
I love Logic Theater.
Yeah, that's
it's
fun.
like- yeah, I can
Goes
see
on
why.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Goes on a little long. I will admit. But...
Yeah, it does. It does.
So you're actually.
MZ Roboth is not my real name. It is Nikomiya Borski, just as you said.
He's a spy from the ballet school mid-performance in order to flee Russia. And last night, you stealthily made your way aboard this ship.
Stealthily, the SS Eclair is a colossal steamship. Is it even possible to board this ship without anybody noticing?
You hastily disguise yourself as an old man in hopes of hiding your true identity. And you start to chop off that long, blonde hair of yours, along with the rest of your past. However, a woman's hair is her crowning glory, and it's precious enough to be considered her life. If it were me, I would have refused to cut it off and struggled to find another way. But if that's
If that's the case, then what was the distressed cry we heard coming from this cabin?
Why, the distress is beautiful, bell-like Pila. A lovely cry, the loveliest cry naturally.
That was one loud bell then.
I escaped from Shanghai. In fear, I know they searched for me. I put on disguise so no one can find me. And you ended up taking on the role as a fairly suspicious old man,
What
I
was
see.
to stop her from just putting the hair inside her coat? Like,
Yeah.
And or what?
like put.
Possibly.
Yeah, because I think.
No, because she was about to cut it, literally.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was like on her way to cut it. She probably like took it out
she
and
had
started
the
to
scissor in
cut
her
it.
hand. She was literally.
So she was
about to cut it.
literally about to cut it as you entered the room.
Yeah, so her
Yeah,
hair was probably in her coat that she took it out.
Yeah.
And then you came in.
Yeah.
After I put on beard and hat, I saw a newspaper. Inside was my picture. I was so scared, I shouted without thinking. If I do not know more than change my appearance, they will find me. I note I need to cut off hair, so I grabbed scissors.
It was precisely at that moment that we entered the cabin. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
I suppose circumstances like that really do happen every once in a while.
Indubitably, such is the current situation.
This was a lot more confusing than it needed to be.
Excuse me, Nikomina. There is one last thing I would like to ask. Just what have you been hiding in that trunk? Inside, my precious friend hides. Please, please keep secret from Captain, sailors, everyone.
Well, I suppose that's fine. However, only if you speak with us on the events that transpired last night. Understood?
Yes, I am talking. So, what do you think, Naruhodō? You were able to witness the great deductions of Sherlock Holmes firsthand.
To be perfectly honest, I think I'm still a little confused over which part is the great deduction. At any rate, at least we should be hearing from Nikomina has to say now. That's amazing.
That's right, it certainly is quite amazing. I'm here. Ah, that's right. I almost forgot about you.
Homecoming Hero, how we are playing this, it is from the Scarlet Studies translation patch that they have put out for the Great Ace Attorney. You can find
there are multiple ways to play this game.
There's a button down below in our About page, or if you're on desktop, just click that button. You can find out more information about it. And then we are recording this via using Citra, which is a 3DS emulator. Since right now the iPhone and Android version got effed up because Capcom put out an update that messed with the patch. So it's the only way we can play the game right now. Yes, what is it?
Take a look at your hands again.
My hands? God damn it!
Back in jail where you belong. Ah, the handcuffs! They're back
That's
on
what I'm
again!
saying you on! But this is... How?
As promised, I put them right back where they belonged in a jiffy.
When did he even do that?
I play 64 DGS, mate.
The suspicion cast upon you has not been considered clear yet, after all. We don't have much choice in the matter. I hope you understand.
Supposed to really not.
At any rate, we gotta listen to what Nikomina has to say. Personally speaking, I am curious about this mysterious speckled banner that Cosmo witnesses.
Alright. So I take it you're aware of the murder that occurred in the cabin next door?
Yes, sailors told me during breakfast.
The one who died was our friend.
That is true.
That's why we're trying to gather information right now, for his sake. Did you notice anything unusual last night?
I gotta be on my way because I gotta be at work again at 6 in the morning.
Alright.
Okay.
Should be wrapping up.
I'll be in place.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Something
You'll
that
feel better
sounds...
about me taking this role in the morning.
Something that sounds like a conversation or anything?
Or the sound of a ship overtaken by a raging storm. Or a huge explosion on the engine.
I think everyone of them knows something like that.
Anyway, did you hear anything, Nikomina? I am knowing nothing. I was not thinking about anything but me. I am knowing nothing at all.
I see. So, you ran away from the Nikovich Ballet Company, is that right?
Yes. I go to Great Britain. From there, I board ferry to America. I am done with ballet. I want to start a new life.
You say done with ballet, but you still had to bring that tiara along.
Tiara is mine. I need tiara to live. I make no money from ballet group. I get only food and water. From country to country, only dance all day. I had to run to protect self. And so you chose to seek asylum, right? Sailor on the ships are my friends. They let me on board, gave me empty cabin.
But if that's the case, there's still one thing that doesn't quite fit.
Yes, I see it too, Mr. Holmes. What do you think, Naruhodō?
Oh, yes, of course! We should ask Nicomedia about that. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Might I inquire one thing? According to this article, he only just disappeared yesterday. So that means the only time he could have boarded this ship was last night. However, the SS declared to not weigh anchor at a harbor last night.
Now that you mention it...
So, how in the world did you manage to board this ship?
Come to think of it, the sailor in the hallway was behaving a little strangely, wasn't he? It was after we asked him when Mr. Rolo has boarded.
Flashback.
Yeah, I feel like.
Whoosh.
That's what he said, if I remember right.
Gracefully descended onto the stage, like a snow white angel.
What was that about?
Is about me. Was written in theater review in Russian newspaper. I am gratefully descending onto ship 2. I am angel after all.
That's quite a groundbreaking claim you got, considering your limited English.
I wonder if all Westerners are as bold-spoken as Mr. Holmes and young Nicomedia here.
Like a god amongst men, he gracefully takes the knowledge of the world. They have written such things about me as well. But that's in the adventure of the Sherlock Holmes, a serialized, exaggerated novel.
At any rate, it doesn't look like she has any intention on telling us the truth of how she got aboard. So Nicomeda's friend is in the trunk?
But this ship forbids animals from being brought aboard. Please, keep secret. Do not tell anybody on ship. If they find out...
Then those brawny Russian sailors will grab that trunk and throw it into the sea.
Yep.
You're so mean, Mr. Holmes.
So, this friend... Is it a puppy, perhaps?
Or maybe an adorable little rabbit?
Huh, you think Russia has adorable little rabbits bouncing around the tundra?
Huh? You mean they don't?
I'm assuming not. But how should I know?
Right.
Neither of you are even close to the mark. By French, you must mean... I've got it! Without a shadow of a doubt, it must be a chicken!
A chicken?
Well, just think about it. It wakes you up in the morning with all its loud crows and it lays eggs every day. And if push comes to shove, you can just roast it up and have a nice little meal, right?
Jesus!
Something tells me you're not
this chicken
exactly
phobia in
treating
this
that
case?
chicken as a friend.
It's an ally.
I think I might.
Well, after all is said and done, the fact remains that the identity of a friend is unknown.
I knew it. She's still wary of us. Still, I feel like there's something that needs to be shown, Nicomedia. Not sure what exactly, though.
Pat, you know what to do.
Do we have it?
Pat, you know what to do. Pat,
Might as well.
take a look at this. Shows people the identity of the university student of the Empire of Japan.
I am not caring.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Naruhodō, show off that badge as much as you like, but maybe not only to other Japanese people.
Just, would you like to take a look at this?
I'll look at it later.
I wonder if I should show Detective Hasanaga too.
He's getting into it.
This guy.
Anyways, probably what's the whole thing with the bench?
Yeah, I'd probably say
Stuck with
Oh.
band.
because she's Russian.
This journal that belonged to my friend who passed away.
Journal.
He wrote about seeing something last night and was curious about it. 1 hour and 23 minutes after midnight, I heard a sound that was like a low whistle. And then, 1 hour and 35 minutes after midnight, I saw a speckled band in the air duct.
Speckled band.
This cabin's air duct is linked to the cabin next door. You can see it right up there. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected.
That was me.
Oh.
Nikomina, do you know anything at all about this? About the low whistle the victim heard? Or anything about this speckled banner? No. I am knowing nothing.
I see.
Go ahead, Herbert.
Please excuse me. I need a moment, Mr. Roylott.
Oh.
Wait, I had to sell because.
What is it? How'd she do that so fast?
The captain wants to talk with you about something. Please go to the captain's quarters as soon as possible.
Understood. We'll come at once. What is it? Do not ask me that. You must leave, now. Please don't worry about us.
We will be fine, Mr. Roland.
Quit playing!
You heard them. Get out or I throw you out myself.
Looks like we won't be able to continue inspecting the cabin right now.
This is quite unfortunate.
Just like that, we were forcibly removed from the cabin. We didn't have even a second to investigate before we were thrown out of the room. Quite literally thrown out. Man. Alright.
Man.
So, how much more investigation do we gotta go?
I will say, for like the next part, it's only like 20 minutes until the next to be continued.
Oh, okay, then. Yeah, let's we can keep going.
Yeah, for like a little bit. The next part isn't that long.
Yeah.
Alright.
Come on, Data.
Save at the title just to be safe. Save the emulator.
No, like,
It's frozen, I think.
I can't do anything.
Save on Citra. Did it freeze?
Oh no.
Okay, we're gonna save a state.
Yeah, save a state. Save a state. Wait, what if that just makes it so that it's back to being frozen?
Let's just have it Citra and not the game itself.
What is the change though? That changes nothing really.
Restart.
Please, for the love of God.
Oh, we just got here.
That's the way you save often. Oh my, guess we'll be stopping that.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
Oh,
the title screen is different. So it's safe.
Oh,
it's safe.
thank God. Oh. Whoa.
We will have to stop for tonight, and then Pat, you have to spend time speeding through everything.
Okay.
The game messed up, but now we good.
Okay.
We live.
We never liked the voices, honestly.
Alright.
Or if
I
you want.
can't believe he threw us out.
I must go. My planet needs me. He totally cut me again and then vanished to thin air.
Sure.
I guess we gotta go back.
Yeah, to the cabin, probably. Pig, I mean, it's like, that only was like less than a minute, and it's not really worth it to get out. Just to re-render the entire...
Yeah, I mean, the stream didn't even mess up. It was just the game.
It was just the game, so yeah.
And that like took like less than a minute.
I wonder if Detective Osanaga is
still alive.
Damn! Do you not realize the great sacrifice he made for you, Naruhodō? The L that he got for you.
Asanaga's a bro.
He'll be fine. I think check the left.
Slide to the
there he
left.
is.
There he is.
Yep.
Let's talk to this guy.
Oh!
Well.
Welcome back.
Detective Asanaga!
What happened to you? Your face looks terrible.
Yes. Please don't be alarmed. It's just a few bumps and
I
bruises.
don't think I'd describe that as just a few bumps and bruises at all.
As I was reporting to the captain in regards to the permission I gave you to investigate, the crew started to jeer at me for it. Punch him in the face and throw him overboard. Soon though, they decided to be content with only the punches, as you can see now. That's all it was though, nothing to be worried about.
I guess he wasn't joking when he said he put his life on the line.
Like I told you, he gave you the biggest L. Like, this dude.
Thanks to you, we now understand the situation in the neighboring cabin much better.
Ah, so I've heard.
Huh?
Just a little earlier, a man billing himself as a great detective informed me of events. As I recall, I believe he said his name was the Sherlock Holmes, or something similar.
I knew it. That man is everywhere.
Anyway, since we're all here, would you like to compare notes?
But oh
wait.
oh wait, that was the Naruhodō line. Okay, my bad.
Well, oops. Oopsies. But I represent the badge to him.
Can you believe it? Nikomina Borsovich is in the cabin right next to us.
Oh, you know who she is?
For a lover of ballet, it'd be impossible not to have heard that lovely fairy.
Kinda mad at me.
Moving on, it seems settled that the adjacent cabin has no relation to the incident.
Huh? Why'd you say that?
A lovely fairy could not possibly do evil.
Not mad at me again.
Excuse me, but has the investigation of this side made any further advances?
To be perfectly honest, there is not much we're able to do right now. We have our hands full ensuring the scene stays untouched until the Hong Kong police arrive. We've been told to keep an eye on things and not to lift our watch for even a second.
I see.
Oh, I almost forgot. I do have one new piece of information.
Oh?
Please, tell us anything you can.
Alright, but first...
Badge. Oh wait. Can you present?
I don't think I can present...
Can you present it? Court record.
Yeah.
Fuck, I feel like you missed your chance. Whatever.
So what's new information?
Here, see for yourself. This is a report that was written by the ship's doctor after his examination of the corpse.
So he's post-mortem?
Kazuma.
So, how did he die?
The fatal injury should be listed in the report.
His neck was broken, it seems.
Yes, about that. As we observed before, the victim had no visible external injuries. Initially, it was presumed that the cause of death was poison. However, the doctor report states that there wasn't a single trace of poison in his body.
Then what was the murder weapon?
That could not be determined since there were no external injuries. The figure might be bludgeoned with some kind of blunt object that left no wound.
Let's see.
The central nervous system connects to the body through a cervical vertebrae. If one receives such a strong blow there, death without visual injury is not unlikely.
Sogi.
Here, I made a copy of the post-mortem report. Please feel free to take it with you.
Is that really alright?
It will be fine, because I believe in you. If I didn't, I would not have proof of you stepping foot outside the cabin to begin with, right?
That's true.
Oof. Oh, Mr. Holmes came by again while we were gone?
Yes. He seemed content inspecting the floor. In fact, he even crawled about for a bit.
Spider.
But after just a few minutes, he gave up and left. He seemed rather restless and patient.
Did that great detective say anything at all?
Now that you mention it, he did say one thing in a very loud, boisterous voice. This is shoe polish, he announced for all the world to hear.
Shoe polish? That's all about.
As I recall, he was over there when he said it, around where the broken bell is.
He was referred to as a brownish red mark on the floor, Detective.
Ah, yes, that's right.
How do you know it was shoe polish?
I haven't the foggiest. When I asked, his reply was so convoluted, it made my head spin.
Something wrong, Susato?
Come to think of it, Kazuma has been wearing a pair of laced-up brownish-red knee-high boots.
Brownish red? I remember those boots. It was red. It's so dark they could almost seem black.
He often tended them with a polish that was colored much like red wine.
So then, that would make these marks Sophie's shoe polish.
I'm afraid this is all I can offer to speak about. I have to return to my post soon. I can feel the sailor's ice boring a hole into my head.
I understood. Thank you very much.
I'm dying, man.
You seem rather fatigued, sir.
Ah, not at all, friends. I felt in my duty to protect Asuge. I owe you this much. Of course, my suffering is trivial compared to what you two must be going through. Moreover, my head has been hurting since this morning. I've been unable to do anything about it.
Headache? Come to think of it, I can still feel that dull throbbing pain in the back of my head too.
Sabotage?
Next destination out of here. We don't really need
okay.
to.
So...
Yeah, we don't.
To
Nothing
the
like that.
hallway.
Okay.
One day we can show him the badge. One of these days.
Okay.
Hosanaga, he got the alley, didn't get to see the badge.
Oh, look, Naruhodō! Mr. Stroganov's nowhere to be seen.
Stroga what?
You know, the extreme wealthy Russian sailor before?
Why do Russian names have to be so tough to remember?
La la la.
What in the... The sound of someone loud and enthusiastic humming nearby.
The greatest detective of all.
That's ridiculously obnoxious voice sounds rather familiar.
Putting aside the singing for a minute, we have a perfect opportunity right here.
Yes, let's renew our efforts. You must seize this opportunity to investigate Nikomina's cabin.
Let's hurry up and get started before that strongest something gets back.
It's Mr. Stroganoff.
Whatever.
This track right here is my favorite.
This is my jam. Environmental noises.
My jam, yeah. Boat noises.
And back here we go.
Sherlock.
Doesn't look like Nina has returned yet. Sato, huh? Where'd you go?
Let me
Wait,
look.
Susato, you can't just...
Time isn't on our side here. We have to investigate when we can, where we can.
Okay, we're doing this for Sogi after all.
Not just for Asogi. It won't be long before we reach the next port, Hong Kong. Are you sure you still want to be wearing those handcuffs when we arrive?
Susato.
It's up to us, and us alone, to solve this case.
Alright, let's do this. Alright.
I think there might have been something you missed in the last room. Okay.
Or worse.
There's no wonder in
Yes.
Very much so.
Yeah. Treasure Pad, I did the same.
I'll probably check that, because it's now open.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay,
What?
That's your book.
It's written in Russian, you know.
Asking for anything's rather unfair. Books.
Books!
oh wait, no.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know her life. I don't know her lifestyle. Oh, by the way, I think something in this room won't activate until like you did something in the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, so head back out into the hallway.
Yeah. Let's maybe check the right.
Oh.
He's I've been here. I've been here the whole time.
You never know what will pop up next.
He appears to be stealing glances at something between hums.
La la la, the greatest detective of all.
Even though we're clearly staring at him, he's still singing his heart out. He does seem to be in high spirits.
Oh, his name. His wondrous name. Everyone knows it. And now he assault denies it.
Excuse me?
Lord yet supreme. Yet his name is...
Sherlock Holmes!
What, you again? I love this animation. Don't disturb me while they're singing. Don't disturb while they're singing. I was just about to reach the crescendo.
Well, you kept building up your name, but never saying it, so I thought I'd do it for you.
You were this close to getting a face on my prized right hook.
Alright, I get it. Can you please put those fits of fury away now?
Fatal Fury.
So, Mr. Holmes, we seem to have caught you in the middle of investigating something just now.
Ah, yes, I suppose you mean this. Why, this is the ship's log. That outrageously muscular sailor wrote in it before he left.
The ship's log?
Was there anything unusual over
Was there anything... The contents of last night's entry are practically blank after 2 a.m.
So in other words, there was nothing out of the ordinary last night.
What more could I expect when Japanese says to it clad in darkness?
Huh?
You've got it backwards, my young friend.
What do you mean?
If you look at some of the other pages, I think you'll understand. It appears that the good sailor's assignment was to keep a close watch on this corridor. Typical regulation to record is nothing unusual in the log every 30 minutes or so.
Every 30 minutes or so.
Nothing unusual.
Joe decided I thought he was doing the team school dance. Needless to say, nothing of note occurred, nothing unusual will be written here. But as it so happens, the log entry for last night is blank. There are no reports at all.
So, could it possibly mean that?
I believe that last night the good sailor left this location due to some circumstances.
And just what might these circumstances be?
Well, I still don't know. I'd wager it must be in quite thick circumstance. So much that it slipped his mind to write nothing unusual in the ship's log afterwards. Surely this information I found will be worth of taking note.
Alright.
Take it, I'm forcing in your current record now, put it in there.
The self-proclaimed title as the Great Detective is at least has some merit.
Now it seems to have finally beginning to grasp why I'm the famous Mr. Holmes. Ow.
Is something wrong?
No, I'm fine. My head's just been rather heavy today. Perhaps one could say it's pounding.
Third person now.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, may our paths cross again soon.
That
Ooh, the buffet's open.
Off. What's on your mind, Sasato? You seem to be lost in thought.
Well, to be honest, mine's have been hurting too.
Huh?
Ever since this morning, my head has felt so heavy for some reason. It's like a constant pounding.
You too, then. 4 people now with that.
Well, Pat, not just 4 people. 2 passengers, a stowaway, and a sailor.
Yeah.
So...
Let's go in. Oh. Mega Man to smash.
Warning, this is not a drill. A ship has been confirmed 500 yards ahead. We'll make a sharp turn to avoid collision. All hands prepare for possible impact. What's happening?
It sounds as if the ship's about to collide with another one.
What?
Oh no, I can't keep my balance!
Grab onto me! Uh-oh.
We are reaching an intentional wreck. Please stay calm.
Are you alright? Are you injured?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodō.
Looks like we avoided collision.
The ship.
Looks like we stopped.
Naruhodō, are you hurt at all?
No, I'm okay. No, is anyone in there? Please respond. That voice. Oh.
It's Detective Kosunaga.
Okay. Is that you, Naruhodō? Please undo the bolt quickly.
Bolt? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Look, Naruhodō.
Bolt. It's locked. So, did you bolt the door?
No, I didn't touch it at all.
That's strange. How did
Okay.
that happen? And these books. I've seen them before.
Cat.
All right, I'm going to unbolt the door.
2 rooms.
Hmm.
So 2 rooms, locked door.
So the locked door thing is bullshit now because we know it can close back.
Not just that, everyone also had a headache. So
Yeah.
Did the ships collide again last night or something?
there was also that.
Should we continue? And right here's a good stopping point.
Are we
now.
still in investigation for the next one, or like are we headed to trial now, or like do we still have more investigation to
safe?
go and stuff like that? Ah!
Okay, you can stop now though. Stop
okay,
now
okay.
though. Trust me, stop. Trust me. It's best to stop now.
Yeah. That was a long investigation so far.
Yeah, investigation. Yeah.
I feel like it's not that simple, but we at least
You got
have.
an idea of what might be happening. Brandon, no. I kind of feel like this entire case wouldn't just be investigation.
Well, we have the trial though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still said like this case could be finished in 2 streams, so.
Yeah, I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to see where this goes, but
I'm not wrong.
yeah,
I have a few ideas.
it's like I gotta figure out the event what caused it to the door to close again. Because everybody had a headache. Did like something happen to the ship while everybody was asleep?
Well, okay, we have. So apparently the guard had to leave the hallway from 2 a.m. to morning. Everyone had a headache. The rooms had both your room and the room next door had books knocked over. So, what my theory right now is that what happened during the night, it was that Asuge was still alive during the night. The ship was about to collide with something, and he ended up suffering a major injury. But before he died, he wanted to at least say, "Hey, there's someone in here. You should probably like get them out." That's at least my working theory right now.
Yeah, I can see that. Alright, well, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hopefully on the dot.
We're finishing this case.
We'll be finishing
We are
this
finishing.
up.
Finishing this episode.
So, we will see you then. Have a good night, everyone. See you.